football on your home for local high school sports. Radio on the Go on YouTube. Along with Jason Eaton, I'm John Nolenko coming to you from Union High School in LaPorte City. Tonight, 1A District 4 action gets underway. Appleton-Parkersburg on the road to take on Union. Just about to the halfway point of the regular season, but a crucial time, Jason, as district play begins. And now's the time where the games really start to matter. Everyone across the state of Iowa in Class 1A has a chance to start 1-0 in district play as the quest for the playoffs finally begins here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, with the opening of district play, it's kind of like the record books are reset. You know, we got an undefeated team coming in tonight and a 1-2 team, but that really doesn't matter because it's district play. We're back to 0-0.
Aplington-Parkersburg enters after a 1-2 outing in non-district play where probably had about the toughest strength of schedule in all of Class 1A, opening up at defending Class 1A state champion Grundy Center, and then taking on defending 1A runner-up Dyke New Hartford in the following week. Finished off non-district play by beating Garner-Hayfield Ventura last week. Did not pass the ball a single time. They exclusively ran the ball, and you know, Jason, with that excellent strength of schedule and the fact that they were able to hold their own against some of those you know, championship caliber programs, especially after a win last week. This is an AP team that definitely is looking better than what their record would show, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was around in week 2, helped call that game with Dyke, and yeah, I mean, a few things there, some penalties, some self-inflicted stuff. They got that cleaned up last week, and you saw what happened. Went and played a game, won at 53-0, I believe.
Yeah, Union is off to a strong start to their season, 3-0, as you'd mentioned, undefeated. Blowout wins here in the last couple weeks over South Tama and Olwine, and they're looking like they're going to try to be one of the early front runners in this district. Certainly no lack of confidence with these guys right now. With a win, Union would have its first 4+ win season since 2018. So it's been a while since this Union program has seen the level of success that they've started off here with this season so far. Jason, interesting matchup with the Knights. Run the ball most of the time, but when they pass, they are really efficient. Their quarterback is 27 of 33 on the season.
Yeah, and that's Stratton Luke we're talking about, and he's 447 yards on the season, 6 touchdowns through the air, and he can run the ball too. So he's definitely a threat that AP is going to have to contain.
We're getting set for an opening kickoff here at 7 o'clock between AP and Union. Last time these teams met was right here on this field in the season opener last year. The Knights won that one 14-0. The Falcons will look to turn that around and see if they can come up with a road victory and start 1-0 in district play. A lot to get to here before our 7 o'clock kickoff. We've got the Radio Iowa Scouting Report next, and then coming up a little bit after that, we'll hear from AP head coach Jeff Pickna. Then we'll introduce our starting lineups ahead of our opening kickoff at 7 o'clock. AP and Union heading your way as 1A District 4 action gets underway tonight on YouTube on Radio on the Go.
From Radio Iowa Sports, this is the Scouting Report, an in-depth look at this week's prep and college games. Now from our studios in Des Moines, Todd Kim.
The Hawkeyes open Big Ten play with a Friday night game at Rutgers. The Panthers close non-conference action at Utah Tech, while Drake visits nationally ranked South Dakota. And district play heats up with Week 4 of the high school season. That and more on the Scouting Report.
Okay, gotta be late. Gotta go. Where'd I put... wallet. Check. And, phone. Check. Keys. Check. Lunch. Check.
Checking for the things you need doesn't take long. But what about checking for your safety? Right now, 1 in every 5 vehicles on the road has an open safety recall. But it only takes seconds to check for open recalls on your car at checktoprotect.org. All you need is your vehicle identification number or license plate number. Your automaker may not have the right information to notify you about recalls by mail, especially if you recently moved or drive an older or used car. Checktoprotect.org is the quick, easy way to find out if your vehicle has an open safety recall and find the closest dealer who can make the repair for free.
Laptop. Check.
Before you go, take a minute. Visit checktoprotect.org. Check to Protect is a program of the National Safety Council.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
As the Iowa Hawkeyes get ready for tonight's Big Ten opener at Rutgers, there are a couple of areas they've tried to shore up. In last week's win over UMass, the Hawkeyes misfired on a PAT, a short field goal, and had a punt block. Combine that with an offense that's not been able to create big plays, and those miscues will be tough to overcome in Big Ten play, especially on the road. In their first road game at Iowa State, it took the offense a quarter and a half before it could even put together a scoring drive. Coach Kirk Ferentz says they'll need to do a better job of adjusting if they get looks from the Rutgers defense they were not expecting.
That's really what ends up happening. That's what's going on during the course of the game. Typically, after a while, certainly you get a feel for how they're going to approach it. And then some people will hang on to stuff for the second half. And, so you think you got to figure it out, and then boom, they give you a couple curveballs. So that's part of the cat and mouse that goes on during the course of a game, obviously. And if you don't have a system that's got some flexibility, you're going to be in trouble.
In his second stint at Rutgers, Coach Greg Schiano has the Scarlet Knights off to a 3-0 start. It's a blackout tonight, and Schiano hopes the home field will be an advantage.
Going to be a great atmosphere Friday night. Beautiful day predicted, beautiful evening. Blackout, we need our fans for sure. It's going to be a huge part of our opportunity to win that football game is that our home field advantage. So definitely need our fans.
It's the 5th all-time meeting in the series. The Hawkeyes have won the previous 4. UNI coach Todd Stepsis has tried to tell his players all week not to look at Utah Tech's record as they get ready for tomorrow's road game. The Trailblazers are 0-3. The losses, though, have come to 3 rated foes in UC Davis, Northern Arizona, and Idaho. Stepsis is confident the Panthers know they face a tough challenge.
You don't take anything for granted. You appreciate every opportunity to play the game, but then it wasn't too long ago where we had a lot of games in a row. And so, I think a lot of our guys are on the team, this past season, they're probably going to say the same thing. We're like, hey, we weren't a bad team. Opportunities to stay in games or maybe even win games, and it didn't happen for us.
The Panthers are 2-1. Drake has another tough road test tomorrow as they visit 15th ranked South Dakota. The Bulldogs are coming off a 37-21 loss at 2nd ranked South Dakota State. High school football's next on the Scouting Report.
Okay, men, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. I know you won't, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
As the high school season reaches week 4, district play shifts into high gear in the smaller classes. 2A top-ranked Kemper Catholic opens District 2 by hosting number 9 OA BCIG. Emmett Kenny has a preview.
It's homecoming week for the Knights, who come into the game with a 3-0 record and an explosive offense, scoring over 40 points in every game so far this season. But head coach Ryan Steinkamp says the prior games don't mean anything now with district play starting.
The prior games are great, but they don't mean anything now, because everybody's in the same spot, and it's just it's just a great opportunity for guys like, hey, let's go play our best football now. When we got time, and it's just not look ahead, just focus on what's coming up in front of us Friday night.
The OABCIG Falcons come into this game off of a loss where they had 4 turnovers and have been dealing with the turnover bug so far this season. Head coach Larry Allen mentions the importance of ball security and overall playing a clean game to not allow Kemper Catholic to have easy opportunities for points.
We can't afford to give the ball away, period. In a game like this with a quality opponent like we have, every turnover, every possession is going to be crucial. So you sure don't want to give ones away if you can avoid it.
It'll be the first meeting between these two teams since 2019 and will be an exciting matchup to open up district play. From Carroll, Iowa Scouting Report and KDSN Sports, I'm Emmett Kenny.
Also in Class 2A, it's second-ranked Van Meter visiting third. Fourth-ranked Osage is at home against North Fayette Valley. 1A tonight, top-ranked Grundy Center hosts Garner-Hayfield Ventura. It's second-ranked West Lyon at Alta Aurelia. Third-ranked Regina Catholic visits Cardinal. Class A, top-ranked West Hancock hosts BCLUW. It's number 2 St. Ansgar at home against Newman Catholic. Third-ranked MMCRU is at Sioux Central. 8-player District 9, fifth-ranked Audubon's on the road to take on 2-1 Cam. Chris Varney reports.
Senior Carson Wessel of Audubon was banged up in the first 2 weeks, but he had 128 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns last week, plus a pick 6. He says this game with Cam is a big one.
Last year, beating them at, I think it was their place, really set the tone for the rivalry and how far back it goes. And I feel comfortable, and I have trust in our guys, and we're pretty physical and big, and our scheme from our coaches, and our coaches really set us up for success.
Senior Colin Bauer leads Cam in rushing, receiving, and tackles for a loss. The Cougars are coming off a 50-48 win over Bedford, and he says if this is a physical game, Audubon will be in trouble.
For us to get a win, I think we gotta hound them like we did Bedford. We thought Bedford they were big guys. I think Audubon's big guys, but the bigger they are, the bigger they fall.
Number 5 Audubon is 3-0. Unranked Cam 2-1. For the Scouting Report, I'm Chris Varney.
Also an 8-player, top-ranked Bishop Garrigan is on the road at St. Edmund. This season, Bex is recognizing student athletes that are not only a star in athletics, but a player that shows heart in school, at work, through the community, and in the ag industry. Bo Burns of BGM has helped a local farmer with his cattle herd and has had some memorable experiences.
One of the times I helped him, we castrated cows, so that was a new experience for sure.
Audubon's Lane Elmquist enjoys showing livestock and also mentors kids who are interested in the livestock industry.
They're just trying to learn the basics, and I can go help them and teach them some stuff that I know, and just try to get them to more people into the livestock industry, because it's an industry that's not, I think that more people need to be involved in it, and it's something that I love, so it's always fun to go and teach other younger kids about it.
Logan Gardner of Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont is a 3-sport athlete, and he's also a member of the school's decorated marching band.
Football really comes after school, while marching band comes in the morning, so they don't really clash much. Our bands had multiple Division I readings over the past, I think we were on to our 13th year in a row or something like that.
Cascade's Hallie Kelchin is heavily involved on her family farm and even started her own cattle herd.
Me and my brother mostly run the harvest in the fall. That's usually my dad's busy time, so I'm usually the grain cart operator. I'm usually the main one to help with calving. Most of my siblings in college, I kind of help my dad take over as his busy seasons are fall and spring. So I'm pretty involved with the cattle and the crop side of agriculture.
Nominate a student athlete by searching Beck's Player with Heart. The rest of Week 4 is next on the Scouting Report.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead, they are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, there is one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference, right now, in every decision and every season.
At Beck's, we believe that true champions are not just made on the field, but also in the heart. The Beck's Player with Heart Scholarship celebrates high school student athletes who show dedication, teamwork, and leadership, both in sports and in their communities. We're honoring those who go above and beyond, demonstrating passion, perseverance, and a commitment to making a difference. Nominate a high school student athlete by searching Beck's Player with Heart.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
A championship game rematch highlights tonight's action in Class 4A as second-ranked Pella hosts third-ranked and defending champion North Polk. Pella's defense has given up only 13 points and just 45 yards of rushing per game in a 3-0 start. Coach Ben Bollard says that defense will be tested by North Polk senior quarterback James Armstrong. He has 684 yards of passing and also is a run threat.
He really runs the offense well. You know, a lot of RPO stuff, a lot of read stuff, and so he's a kid who is talented. And if you get kind of misaligned, he'll find that hole in your defense, and so that'll really challenge us that all 11 guys have to be where they need to.
Also in 4A, 8th-ranked Gilbert's on the road to play Webster City. Quinn Douglas has a preview.
Gilbert enters Week 4 with a 3-0 record following a 2024 season that saw the Tigers win their first district title since 2015. Head coach Graham Lunt says his program's emphasis on toughness and option football came out of necessity.
We knew that schematically we need to have a little advantage, and everything comes down to the trenches on the O and the D line. And so we knew we'd see teams that platoon maybe a little bit more, and we knew we'd see teams that physically might be a little bit bigger. And so that allows us to be in a little bit more control. And then because it is unique.
Webster City is coming off a 47-7 loss against 3A top-ranked Clear Lake last Friday, but Coach Andy Brim says the effort never lacked in the loss.
I was really proud of how our kids responded throughout that game. You know, when things don't go your way that quickly and that early in a game, it's really easy to for lack of a better term, quit. And I don't think that our kids really ever did.
For the Radio Iowa Scouting Report and KQWC, this is Quinn Douglas.
Also in 4A, top-ranked Cedar Rapids Xavier is at Williamsburg. 3A, number 8 Wahlert Catholic pays a visit to unbeaten West Delaware. John Swisher reports.
It'll be the first true test of the season for the West Delaware Hawks when they welcome in the Dubuque Wahlert Catholic Golden Eagles to Brownfield in Manchester tonight. West Delaware in the state as we enter Week 4 play, 1 of 10 in Class 3A. Wahlert Catholic, the defending state champion, is 2-1 with wins over Western Dubuque and Anamosa, falling last week at home in overtime against Decorah 19-13. The Hawks' 3 W's have come against Marion at home and North Fayette Valley and Waukon on the road. Those defensive efforts for the Hawks have resulted in the number 1 ranking right now, only averaging 4 points a game, while the offense has tallied 37 points a contest. The Golden Eagles are 3rd in Class 3A defense, only giving up 13 points a game with 1 shutout as well. It'll be the 11th meeting in the series that started back in 2014, with the Hawks leading 6-4. But Wahlert Catholic has won the last 3 contests in the last 3 consecutive years, the last 2 by a combined total of just 4 points, including last year a 17-14 home win at the Rock Bowl. For the Scouting Report, John Swisher, KMCH Sports, Manchester.
Also in 3A, 7th-ranked Nevada closes out non-district play by hosting top-ranked Clear Lake. Nevada coach Andy Kleeman says run defense has been the strength for the Cubs, but that defense will be tested tonight by the Lions.
The quarterback is certainly a threat in the run game, and they got other guys too that can do that as well. But you know, the big play certainly concerns me. That's something that we gave up Week 2, and that's something that we can't give up against this team.
There are 2 rated matchups in Class 5A tonight. One of them finds 4th-ranked Dowling Catholic hosting number 5 Southeast Polk. The other has 6th-ranked Ankeny taking on crosstown rival and number 9 Ankeny Centennial. That's all for the Scouting Report. For Radio Iowa Sports, I'm Todd Kiel.
I'm being joined on Radio on the Go Sports by Aplington-Parkersburg football coach Jeff Pickna as we get set for this district opener. Falcons will be at Union here on Friday night in Week 4. And Coach, thanks for taking some time here. Before we talk about this game specifically, just want to go back at your biggest takeaways from last week's win over Garner Hayfield Ventura. How you've been able to use some of those here throughout this week in practice as you get ready now for this district opener here.
Yeah, to be honest, we haven't really used it at all. I mean, we enjoyed the game. We had fun. It was good to get one under our belt. But we're really focused on Union. We're not really looking back on that game almost at all anymore.
So when it comes to scouting report here for Union, just take a look at some of their stats here. Looks like they've been effective on both on the ground and in the air, especially really efficient in the passing game when they do throw the ball. So when it comes to getting ready for that, what's kind of a synopsis of the scouting report for these guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the thing that sticks out is they have a really good quarterback. Accounts for almost all their rushing yards and very very efficient passer, makes very little mistakes, and so. Really trying to key on that and trying to make sure that we're able to contain that kind of, by the kind of defense we play, and then also how we're going to move and control the ball on offense, kind of like we've been doing all year. So we're not going to really change too much of what we've been doing. But, yeah, the scouting report, the focus is definitely right there. So.
And last week, you hung your hat on running the ball. Did so exclusively. Is it fair to say that being a ground and pound team is kind of becoming a big part of the team's identity, or is that still kind of a work in progress? What are kind of your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's what I've always done. I mean, I've always been, run first. That's always been kind of the type of play I push. I think it's the most disciplined. I think it's with how serious we take weight room and mental toughness and what we practice all week, it kind of exemplifies our skills and our assets and the things that we want to get done every day, is running downhill and running between the guards and stuff like that. So that's just kind of the ball I've always been used to coaching, always used to playing, and these guys, with the backs we have and linemen getting a little more experience, it seems to be working out pretty well. So we'll continue to build on what we've done to this point.
You bet. A couple different players I want to ask about here. Last week, saw that Benny Waller got some recognition. I believe it was on IA Football's Facebook / X page. I think he made one of their, I believe it was the All Class 1A team for a fantastic game last week. Obviously, he's been a huge part of what you guys have done this year. What kind of progression have you seen from him from the quarterback position? Especially being a really mobile quarterback, being tasked with running the ball quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, just before the season even started, I had told Benny, and I told the other guys, the quarterback spot is open. It's not necessarily who's going to get it by experience or by name, but it's a certain level of toughness and things that you have to be willing to do and put your body through in order to play this spot. And he was willing to do that, and he still does it every week. Obviously, you look and see how much more we have designed runs for him than he probably has had in the past. Just because, like I said, we told him if he wanted to be in that spot, I made it very clear that you have to be able to do these things, and he's taking that head on, and you can see how that's paying off. So.
I want to give you a chance to recognize those guys up front, the guys in the trenches on the line that really make things happen. It all kind of starts there, right? Don't necessarily get as much as the headlines, if you will, but tell me a little bit about that offensive line this year. What you've seen from those guys.
I mean, 3 of the guys that are on the line have never started a game before at line and have never played that spot. So it's been really a week-by-week thing, trying to teach them kind of trial-by-error type situation where they're learning as they're going. But they're picking it up well. They're leaning on the other experienced guys, the Gavin Allens and the Mason Copps, to try to get them on the right path, and they're just doing it the right way. So, before long, I really feel like we'll be at a spot where we can trust them to do just about anything.
You've talked a lot over the last couple of weeks about having to eliminate some self-inflicted mistakes, become a more disciplined team in that regard. How's that been coming along here throughout especially this week of practice?
Yeah, I mean, I think last week was the first time we really got it done. We only had 2 penalties and we didn't have any turnovers. And every single game we've played up until that point, we've had at least 1 turnover, if not 2, and multiple penalties. Offsides on big third downs and stuff like that. So I think last week was a huge step in the right direction, and we hope to keep it going this week.
All right. When it comes down to it, what are going to be your ultimate keys to victory or your biggest X factors for the team here in this one against Union?
We just got to stay to ourselves. We got to stay focused on what we do. We don't got to really we don't really have time, and I say this every week, but I truly mean it. We don't really have time to worry about what's going on the other side of the field. We scout, like any team would, but we're really worried about how can we execute what we already do to the best of our abilities, as opposed to trying to change the world, focusing on somebody else. So just really sticking to what we know and trying to perfect our craft. That's pretty much what we do every week.
All right, that's Aplington-Parkersburg football coach Jeff Pickna ahead of this Week 4 matchup with Union. Thanks for the time, and best of luck here in this one on Friday.
All right, thanks. See you.
All right, more pregame coverage is coming up next. Aplington-Parkersburg and Union is coming up in just a few minutes here on Radio On The Go's YouTube channel. Jason Eaton along with John Mowinkle with you here. Just about time for tonight's opening kickoff. Let's meet the starters. We'll start with the AP offense. At quarterback, it's senior number 7, Benny Waller. At running back, sophomore number 0, Mason Prusner. The wingbacks, senior number 33, Creighton Eberhardt, and sophomore number 32, Devin Eberhardt. The wide receivers, senior number 6, Brandon Hartbarger, and senior number 14, Braden Kalkworth. On the offensive line, left tackle, senior number 72, Corbin Wyatt. Left guard, senior number 67, Gavin Allen. Center is senior number 55, E.J. Vesley. At right guard, it's junior number 62, Mason Kopp. And right tackle is junior number 66, Parker Mulder. Moving to the AP defense. At one D-end, it's senior number 67, Gavin Allen, and the other D-end is senior number 72, Corbin Wyatt. The D-tackles, senior number 55, E.J. Vesley, and senior number 68, Hunter McBride. The linebackers, sophomore number 0, Mason Prusner, junior number 66, Parker Mulder, junior number 12, Wes Shirk, and junior number 11, Aiden Merrill. The corners, senior number 20, Trevin Thomas. We're going to have a change at the other corner. It is not going to be Titan Verrett. He is not in uniform tonight. But the safety is senior number 3, Luke Jacobson. And for the home team, Union, these are not the official starters. Their coach was not able to provide me with starters, so this is just the projected starters, if you will. At quarterback, it's senior number 10, Caden Sorensen. At running back, senior number 24, Mays Weber. Wide receivers are senior number 2, Cooper Spoor, senior number 5, Levi Hadacek, and junior number 28, Jace Lovelace, and the tight end, junior number 40, Holden Kraft. On the offensive line, at left tackle, junior number 52, Hunter Sundwall. Left guard, junior number 54, Andrew Bronner. Center is sophomore number 62, Talon Miller. Right guard is senior number 59, Kellen Satterley, and the right tackle is senior number 65, Christian Jolly. We'll talk about the Union defense here in just a sec. They've got the coin toss coming up momentarily, as you can see out near the middle of the screen here. And looks like they're just going over the ground rules. Have not had the coin toss. There's a television crew out there, it looks like. Let's see. There's the coin toss. Union has won the toss. And they're going to receive. So Aplington-Parkersburg will kick off to start the game. All right, let's continue with the Union starters on defense. The D-ends, senior number 59, Kellen Satterley, and senior number 57, Ethan Osterhaus. The D-tackle, junior number 45, Jackson Youngblood. The linebackers, junior number 40, Holden Kraft, junior number 30, Evan McMahon, junior number 54, Andrew Bronner, and senior number 43, Colton O'Connor. And the defensive backs, senior number 5, Levi Hadacek, senior number 10, Caden Sorensen, senior number 24, Mays Weber, and junior number 1, Stratton Luke. John Mowinkle, Jason Eaton with you here. Jason, any thoughts on keys to the game for the Falcons before we get this one rolling here tonight?
Well, John, for AP, I mean, stick with your running game. It's been working. If it's broke, don't fix it. Get some good blocks up front from your linemen, open up those gaps, let the running backs take care of the rest. And then, of course, they're going to have to contain Stratton Luke and Caden Sorensen in the passing and running game from Union, and also minimizing penalties and turnovers. With Union, keeping up a good mix of their pass and run game, as well as trying to slow down Benny Waller and Mason Prusner. And I think we're going to have a great game here tonight. These two teams are definitely pretty evenly matched.
AP coming in at 1-2 overall off of a 53-0 win over Garner Hayfield Ventura at home last week. Union is 3-0. Last week they defeated Olwine 52-20. So here we go. We're ready for the opening kickoff. And for AP, it'll be Carter Wayne out to kick it from left to right as we see it. It bounces down to the far side of the field. It's going to be returnable by Sorensen over on the far side for Union. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down shy of the 25-yard line. And the Knights will take over with a pretty long field to drive, moving it from right to left as we see it from our visitors' press box location here down in LaPorte City. It is the district opener going on tonight. We'll talk about some other games going on in the district. We'll try to send you some score updates here as well. So Union will start out 1st and 10, back at their own 22-yard line as we get this thing rolling tonight. Sorensen will start in the pistol formation with a single wide receiver to each side of the formation. Several running backs in the backfield as well. It's a handoff to the right side, and this one is busted immediately. Mays Weber on a sweet play to the right. And going to be little to no gain. Looks like no gain at best. Second and long coming up here for Union.
Really good time. Really good timing out of that defense on that side. The left side there, getting off the ball and getting in the backfield, breaking up that play.
Second out of 10 for the Knights. Just underway here in the first quarter. First drive of the game. Now shotgun formation with two wide receivers to the left. One of them goes in motion. It's a sweep play to the left side of the field. And again, it's going to be little to no gain on this play. Mays Weber gets the sweep to the left, and third and long is coming up here for the Knights.
Luke Jacobson tracking him down that time, making the stop.
So 2 yards on that carry for Weber. And it'll bring up third down and 8 here for the Knights. Back at their own 24-yard line, 10:54 and ticking to go here in this first quarter. AP looking for a big stop, see if they can force a 3 and out here for the Knights. So they line up with 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. The running back is lined up to Sorensen's right. Sorensen takes it right. He's looking downfield, loads up to throw, deep down the right side. It is going to be caught. It's Hadacek down the far side of the field, taking it to the house for a Union score.
Touchdown reception by number 5,
Levi Hadacek on the deep route down the right side, and the Knights strike first. It is 6-0 Union.
Gavin Allen that time got good penetration in the backfield. Made Luke have to roll out to make that pass, but good pressure, just couldn't quite get to him.
So Union out to attempt the PAT right now, trying to make it a 7-0 game. Kellen Satterley is the place kicker here for the Knights, number 59. Here's the snap spot kick. Looked like someone got a piece of it, but it is good. So with 10:25 to go here in the first quarter, Union leads Aplington-Parkersburg 7-0. Falcons will look for a bounce back when we come back. Union 7, Aplington-Parkersburg 0. 10:25 to go here in the first quarter. It was a 76-yard touchdown pass from Caden Sorensen to Levi Hadacek, and with that, the Knights strike first. Jason, the Falcons had a great start defensively, held them to a couple of short runs. Union had a third down and 8, and unfortunately, Hadacek was just able to beat the defense back down the field, and Union on the board with their only passing game or play of the game so far.
Yeah, really good pressure out of the defensive line, though, stopping a couple runs. They did pressure Luke out of the pocket that time, but he was just able to make the play.
This one's returnable for AP. Shirk takes it left, stumbles a little bit, stays on his feet, and down just shy of the 40-yard line. So Aplington-Parkersburg with decent starting field position will take over at about the 38. 10:21 to go here in the first quarter. Other games in the district tonight include Columbus at Jessup and Sumner Fredericksburg at Hudson. 6 teams per district, so just 3 district games from this point out. Now is when you start to put together your playoff resume. Top 4 in each district in Class 1A make the Class 1A playoffs. 32 of the 48 teams. Waller starts under center. He immediately takes it left, surges forward, gains a couple yards. And so just like they did last week, AP comes out and hangs their hat on the run game.
Carry by number 7.
And Benny Waller takes it for 3 yards out across the 40 to the 41. Benny Waller had a fantastic game rushing last week, 151 yards, had 3 touchdowns as well. Mason Prusner, 165 yards. and 3 touchdowns against Garner Hayfield Ventura. 2nd and 7, Falcons at the 41-yard line in their own territory. Under center again is Waller. Union rushing. It's a handoff left. Devin Eberhard with a spin move, taking it across the 50-yard line, lunges forward, and that's going to be a first down for the Falcons. Devin Eberhard picks up about 10, and that moves the chains for AP.
Carried by number 32, Devin Eberhard, brought down by
Eberhard, as the PA announcer says. That is an E on the on his first letter of his name, not an I. So out to the 49-yard line of Union. Ball spotted left hash. Aplington-Parkersburg with a nice carry there by Eberhard. 9:17 and tick and go in the first quarter. AP down to Union 7-0. And now Waller lines up in the pistol formation. Takes a snap. QB keeper. Shuffles up the middle. Gains minimal yardage. Brought down by a slew of jerseys out of black jerseys of Union. All blacks tonight here for the Knights with red numbers and text. AP in the white uniforms, red numbers and text, red pants, and red helmets. 2nd and 9 after Waller takes it for 1. And he's now got 2 carries for 4 yards. AP with 14 rushing yards so far on this drive. 2nd down and 9 at the 48-yard line of Union. Ball spotted left hash. And now there's going to be a flag. Some movement over on the far side. One of the defensive backs. Yep, they're going to call encroachment on Union. So no movement by AP. One of the defensive backs got a head start. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And it'll be 2nd down and 4 coming up for Aplington-Parkersburg. 5 free yards given to him by the Knights. So kind of a tale of 2 drives here so far. A quick scoring drive for Union. AP looking to grind this thing out using a lot of clock, down to 8:10 to go here in the first quarter. Here's the snap to Waller. Handoff, and this one is busted up. Mason Prusner takes it across the 45, but that's about it. It'll bring up a 3rd down here for the Falcons. Looks like no gain at best. They might actually back it up a yard. -1 on the play by Prusner. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Let's see what AP dials up here. Again, they ran the ball exclusively last week. Last time they threw a pass was all the way back in week 2 against Dike New Hartford. Pistol full house formation. A single receiver each side. And it's going to be a tip pass on the left side after a fake handoff from Waller. Incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Falcons. Well, Jason, interesting spot here. It looks like AP's offense is probably going to stay on the field, down 7-0 here. They cycle out some of the personnel as Shirk comes in to replace Kalkorf.
Yeah, I mean, it's early in the game. Might as well give it a try. 5 yards. I'm pretty confident AP's run game can pick that up.
All right, this will be a crucial point in this game, even though it's early. 7:24 to go in the first quarter, and AP breaks the huddle. Pistol formation here for Waller. Now we got whistles and a timeout called by the Falcons. So Jeff Pickna saw the defensive lineman of Union, wanted to burn one of those timeouts and talk about it a little here, and that'll stop the clock here with 7:24 to go here in the first quarter. And Jason, again, a crucial opportunity here for the Falcons to extend this drive. If you don't convert, you're going to give the Union the ball in great field position.
Yeah, and it could be one of those situations, too, where they're just going to try and line up, try and draw them off sides with a hard count, see what happens. But with the timeout now, that's kind of out of play. I don't think you're going to use 2 timeouts to try to get that.
Last time the Falcons came here was week 1 last year, a 14-0 loss. And Coach Pickna is talking to the head referee out there before he comes back to the sideline. So here we go. Falcons appear to be going forward here on 4th and 5. At the Union 44-yard line, ball spotted left hash. And now the white hat says run the play clock. The lineup, Kalkorf to the left, Hartbarger here to the right, as well as Shurik in the slot to the right. 4th and 5 for the Falcons, going for it in Union territory, flinching up front, and it looks to be against Union. Yes, encroachment on the Knights. Now it's 4th and 5. Is the 5 yards going to be enough for the first down, or is it going to be 4th and inches? They're going to signal first down. So the penalty gives the Falcons a first down. And that's usually by design. You go up there, you run the hard count, see if you can get the other team to jump. That time Union didn't show discipline, and the Falcons have a first down at the 39-yard line of the Knights.
I'd be curious to know what the alternative was there if they hadn't jumped, what AP had set up there, but
we will never know.
Either way, they got it, and it's first down.
7:24 to go here in the first quarter. It's a pitch left. This is Eberhardt, lowers the shoulders around the 35, and a flag comes in as the play was coming to a close. I think the clock operator fell asleep on that last play. I don't think any time ran off the clock. So now we're down to 7:18. And let's see what the penalty is here. It's going to be against Aplington-Parkersburg, and so we're on the far side of the field. We're facing away from where the official signals are going to be. Let's see if we can see it here. Looks to have been a holding, so that'll back it up to the 49-yard line. And that'll be first and long here for the Falcons, 1st and 20. Ball spotted left hash, and a little bit of a longer field to drive here for AP. Won 2 games in the district last year, made the playoffs, looking to win their first year today. And now we got flags all over the place. We had 3 different officials throw their flags.
Looks like a false start on AP.
So back-to-back penalties by the Falcons. That'll make it 1st and 25, and Jason, those are killer in high school football.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about before the start of the game. Those penalties, the self-inflicting wounds. You got to eliminate those, and especially on the road here against Union.
Aiden Merrill comes in from the sideline for the Falcons. Looks like both Eberhardts have made their way over to the sideline. Let's see what you dial up on 1st and 25. The Falcons have the ball back at their own 46 now. 2 receivers to each side as they spread it out. Waller back to pass, being flushed out to the right. He is under heavy pressure. Gets away, gets rid of it to the right side, and incomplete. It went through the hands of the intended receiver. They were looking for Hartbarger, and the Falcons will now have 2nd and 25. Checking the replay here. Oh, it went through his hands. That's a play that the Falcons are hoping they're hoping that they could get back. Would have only been about 2nd and 20. Only would have been about a 5 or so yard gain, but still, that's one you got to have. 2nd and 25 coming up. The line to gain is the 31-yard line down in Union territory. And they break the huddle here. Now we'll go under center, and more movement up front. This game has been marred by penalties here throughout the first half of this first quarter. And that's going to be offside on Union. So AP will get 5 yards back to make it 2nd and 20 instead of 2nd and 25.
Between these two teams, already 30 yards in penalties.
Ouch.
5 penalties called so far.
AP will return to action next week by hosting Sumner Fredericksburg. It'll be homecoming week next week as well. Always a fantastic time homecoming week is. We'll go under center here, offset I formation, delayed handoff up the middle. Eberhardt tries to plow forward, gets across the 45. Decent run there, not nearly enough for the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. Falcons are still behind the sticks.
Devin Iberhardt.
Down to the 43-yard line in Union territory. And that will bring up 3rd down and 14 after Devin Eberhardt gains 6. All right, so certainly a passing down for the Falcons here. And Benny Waller's 0 for 2 passing so far. One of them was tipped, one of them was through the hands of the intended receiver. Breaking the huddle here on 3rd down and 14. They line up 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield. Waller takes it up the middle, drugged down from behind, not nearly enough for the first down. So all the same personnel will stay on the field for now. It's going to be 4th and about 8. And again, AP was going for it on a 4th and 5 earlier. It got Union to jump offside. Now that it's 4th and 7, certainly a chance to go for it here again. Not necessarily in punting range at this point. Waller breaks the huddle. 2 receivers each side. Falcons going for it here on 4th and 7. Back to pass Waller. Receivers going downfield. It's an out route, incomplete. Caught and dropped by Wes Shirk, and the Falcons turn it over on downs. Well, Jason, it was the penalties on that drive that really killed AP.
Yeah, just could never get any momentum going, and end up having to turn it over on 4th down, and Union's going to have pretty good field position out of it too.
Knights will start back at their own 36-yard line. 1st and 10, 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go in this first quarter. Now remember, back in the first drive of the game, AP played some stout defense before that deep pass. Let's see if Union goes back to the air this time around. Sorensen will start in the shotgun formation. Stacked receivers here on the near side. It is a handoff. Run play goes basically nowhere. Looks like it just got back to the line. I believe that was 26, Garrett Kahlberg on the run for the Knights. He'll move the down marker forward about a half yard. We'll call 1 yard in the gain by Kahlberg. Down to 5:10 to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Knights of their own 36. Both teams coming off dominant victories last week. AP at home over GHV. Here's a pitch play to the left on an option. And this is busted up in the backfield. Mays Weber got the pitch and got knocked down right after receiving it. It's going to be 3rd down and long. Luke Jacobson on the stop. That one goes backwards about 3 yards. 3rd down and about 13 coming up here for the Knights. The scoreboard says 3rd and 34. Now they got it switched to 3rd and 13. All right, Jason, let's see if the Falcon D can come up clutch here. You know, the last 3rd down, they gave up that 76-yard touchdown pass to Levi Hadacek. Shotgun formation, it's a run play right, and this one gets busted up. Short gain on the play, and it's going to be 4th and long here for the Knights. Kahlberg gains a couple back. We'll call it about 3, and it's going to be 4th down and 10 for Union.
Tackle made by number 62, Mason Kopp.
Kopp there on the stop for the Falcons. 4th down and a long 9 coming up, but the punt unit is out for the Knights. Colton O'Connor is the punter. Wes Shirk is back deep to return. Standing back inside his own 30-yard line. Here comes the punt. It's a wobbler. Shirk lets it bounce. A little bit of backspin on that one. And then it rolls forward, and Union will down it at about the 33. All right, Jason, that was a good defensive stop for the Falcons there.
Yeah, just what they needed coming off that offensive drive. Get a little momentum back going their way. We'll see what the offense can do here this drive.
Or permission to take your feelings seriously. Atletico,
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line in their own territory. And again, the last drive for the Falcons got marred by penalties. Let's see, what'd you have for the penalty stats on that drive?
On that drive alone for AP, it was 15 yards.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty costly. They got 2 back-to-back and then could not bounce back. So here come the Falcons with 1st and 10 at their own 38. 3:31 to go in the first quarter. Single receiver each side. Handoff up the middle. Across the 35-yard line, and see who's the ball carrier on that one. Prusner with the carry for the Falcons. Picks up about 5 yards on the play to the 38. 2nd and 5 coming up for AP. Prusner with his 2nd carry of the night. First one went backwards. This one goes forward 5. Now he's got 2 for 4. Pretty warm night here in LaPorte City. Probably only a few more weeks left of nice weather before things start to get chilly down toward the end of the regular season. 2nd and 5 Falcons. It's a pitch left to Prusner, and he gets bottled up in the backfield. Big man number 55, Brock Bergmeyer, there to sling him down in the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd and long for the Falcons, 3rd down and 9 after Prusner loses 4. Well, Jason, every time it seems that AP gets something to go their way, either a penalty or a negative play of some sort, that's kind of been the theme of the game so far for the Falcons.
Yeah, that time Burkmeyer just getting pressure on the left side of the offensive line and getting into the backfield, making a tackle.
3rd and 9 for the Falcons. Back at their own 34-yard line. Need to get it to the 43. Waller, little juke move to the left. He went to fake the play to the left, then takes it off tackle right. Gets about 6 of it back, it looks like. 4th and 3, 4th and 4 coming up here for AP in their own territory. Shirt comes on to replace Kalkworth. So here we go. Falcons with another 4th down conversion opportunity. It is going to be 4th down and 5. Looks like 4th and a short 5, we'll say. See if they can get him to jump again. In the pistol formation. Waller hands off left. This is Prusner with some space to run. Spin move across the 50-yard line. And the Falcons have first down yardage after a great run by Mason Prusner. Burgmeyer there to make the stop. But that was a shifty move across that 50-yard line by Prusner on that U logo midfield. And the Falcons have first down yardage to the Union 48. Ball spotted in the middle of the field. Kalkworth splits out as the lone receiver left. 2 wingbacks in the formation. Waller takes the snap. Dive play left. Prusner on the run again. Still on his feet. Making guys miss. And the ball comes free. Union appears to have recovered it. Knights recover a Prusner fumble, and Union takes over back in their own territory under a minute to go in this first quarter. So the Falcons give it back to the Knights with a fumble. Had a turnover on downs on their first drive. This time, a straight-up turnover on a fumble by Prusner. And that was a good run, Jason. That was going to be first down yardage all the way, but the Falcons turn it over at the 34-yard line in Union territory. 1st and 10 Knights, 56 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Sorensen fake the handoff, swings it to the near side. It's Weber. Sheds out of a tackle. Gets pushed out of bounds right around the line to gain.
Pass complete to number 24.
And this is going to be a pickup of 9 yards by Mays Weber of the Knights through the air. 2nd down and 9 for the Knights. Out to the 44-yard line in their own territory. That was the first catch of the day for Mays Weber. Did have a few carries earlier in the game. He's got 3 carries for -1 yard. 2nd and 1 for Union. Here's a run play. Almost was blown up in the backfield. And the running back squirms forward after initial contacts. And it looks like it's going to be just enough for first down yardage. That was Kahlberg on the carry there for the Knights. Up to 3 carries for 5 yards. Got just enough that time around. And Union moves the chains here to the 45-yard line in their own territory. All black look here for the Knights. AP in on the road white jerseys with red pants and red helmets. Sorensen in the pistol formation, running back straight behind him. Drops back to throw, sends it to the right side. It's caught by Hadacek, and he's gang tackled right after making the catch. Out around the 47-yard line. Ran an out route from the slot, and that'll pick up about 3 yards through the air. And now we got the official blowing the whistle. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Union 7, Aplington-Parkersburg 0. Let's head to the second next. Let's head to the second quarter. It's Union 7, Aplington-Parkersburg 0. John Moenkel, Jason Eaton with you here. And the Knights will have a second down and 5 at their own 49-yard line. Ball spotted near hash. Falcons turned it over with a Mason Prusner fumble on their previous possession to give Union the ball in good starting field position. Two receivers out to the left with Sorensen in the pistol. He drops back to throw and pump fakes. Now takes off to the left. He's being chased down from behind under pressure. Gets across the line of scrimmage, across the 50, and is brought down. Good pursuit by the Falcon defense that time to limit that yardage. Only ends up gaining a couple to make it 3rd down and 3. Over in Grundy Center, the Spartans lead Garner Hayfield Ventura 28-0. 3:37 left in the first quarter. That one over in 1A District 3. 3rd down and 3 coming up here for Union. Line to gain is the 41-yard line in a right now. They're at the 44. Or excuse me, they're at the 49. The line to gain is the 46. There we go. We got that squared away. Sorensen on an option pitch. Throws it to the right. And this is going to be brought down right around the sticks. Oh, Jason, this is going to be close. Kahlberg got the pitch. Almost looked like a forward pitch. Don't really see that too often on an option. And they're gonna mark it as 4th down, just a little bit short. Now, will they measure this? That is the question. Because normally when you have those option pitches, they're not forward. So I almost wonder if you have to rule that a forward pass.
Yeah, a little shovel pass type there. And
so here we go, 4th down and short for the Knights. They are going for it. Need to get it down to the 45-yard line to convert. This is going to be a handoff. 1st down yardage for the running back. Wide open hole up the middle. Touchdown Union. Carry from 46 yards out, and it is 13-0 Knights.
26, Garrett Kahlberg.
It's aside from the big plays, it's kind of been It's been kind of a chess match so far, but Union has been able to burn AP with a big play so far. That one from 46 yards. And here comes the extra point attempt by Kellen Satterley. 1 for 1 in the game. He made his first. Just underway here in the second quarter. The Knights are up by 2 scores. Snap spot kick. It is blocked. Falcons blocked the kick. It was Colbin Hoppenworth out there on the rush. And with 10:26 to go in the second quarter, it's Union 13, Aplington-Parkersburg 0. A 46-yard touchdown run by Union's Grant Kahlberg. Jason, that one was pretty much a no-doubter once he got through that initial level, untouched to the house from 46 yards.
Just a breakdown with the defensive line, just letting that middle stay open like that, and he found the hole, and off to the races he was.
So the Knights will kick it off back to AP. Garrett Kahlberg is the kickoff specialist. Guy who just ran in for that long touchdown. Shirk is back deep to return here for the Falcons. And here it comes. It's a end-over-end kick. It's short and returnable for Prusner. One of the up men back inside the 30-yard line returns it out shy of the 40. And the Falcons will have about 61, 62 yards to drive here on this particular possession. Well, Jason, it's a do-or-die time here for the Falcons. Down 2 scores here already. An opportunity here to stop the bleeding at least a little bit and make this a 1-score game.
Got to respond here, at least put together a decent drive or an extended drive. But, yeah, putting some points up on the board would definitely help here right now.
Union 147 yards of total offense, AP with just 39. Falcons will start at their own 38 here on 1st down and 10. 10:20 to go in the second quarter. Falcons trail 13-0. Pistol formation. Waller fakes the handoff to the right and then hands it off left. Prusner goes nowhere on this one. I got to wonder if AP is going to have to go to the passing game at some point here in the near future, because these runs, a lot of them anyway, are getting blown up for little to no gain. Looking at the stat sheet so far, Prusner -1, 5, -4, then 8 on the fumbles. So it's not been a great night on the ground so far for the Falcons. Waller 0 for 3 passing in the game as well. Waller keeps it, runs to the right, tries to sweep it. He's in some space and gets brought down at the 50. That one ended up being a nice run for Waller. Able to stick with it. At some point it is going to work out, and Waller picks up 11. Stratton Luke there to make the stop for the Knights. Down to the 49-yard line in Union territory, just across the 50. Let's see if the Falcons can capitalize here. 9:24 to go here in the second quarter. Falcons down 13-0. That extra point that was missed could loom large. Here's a run to the right. Still on his feet, Prusner. Drugged down from behind.
Carried by number 0, Mason Prusner.
So that one picks up about 12 yards. Down to the 36-yard line in Union territory. Now all of a sudden, just as soon as I say something about AP passing the ball, they're able to bust off a couple of big runs in succession, with Waller gaining 13, followed by Prusner gaining 13. First and 10 at the 36.
Testing my math skills here.
High snap to Waller, QB keeper, shifty up the middle, and he gets struck down from behind. He had one man to beat, could not quite beat him. And that's going to be first down yardage yet again.
Gavin Fredrickson.
Fredrickson there to make the stop from the 36 down to the 24, picks up 12 that time. 8.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Falcons are putting together a great drive. Now up to 77 yards. Shirk lines up on the left side. Has the single receiver. A single receiver to the right side as well. I believe that is Hartbarger. Waller, another QB keeper, takes it up the middle. Lunges down, and another nice gain by Waller with his legs.
Carried by number 7, Benny Waller.
This is going to be an 8-yard gain, second down and 2. From the 24 down to the 16, the Falcons have made it into the red zone of Union. A couple weeks back against Dyke New Hartford, the Falcons had a couple of red zone opportunities come up short. Crucial to not have that happen here. In a district game now, everything matters from this point forward. Second and 2 Falcons, and there's some movement. Looks like a false start on AP. I'll back him up 5.
Our back. No, our
He'll go
back.
from second and 2
When they came running,
to second and 7.
He did.
All those previous 5-yard penalties had been against Union, but that's AP's, I believe, their first false start of the game. So they'll go from the 16 back to the 21-yard line. Still second and manageable. It's second and 7. And Kalkorf comes back in off the sideline, brings in the play call. And they run the clock here with 7.5 minutes to go until halftime. AP's using a lot of clock here on this drive. And they line up with that full house formation again. Run left, Prusner. This one's blown up. All right, now it's going to be third and long. Next snap will come with under 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. And that one is going to be a gain of 1 at best. 7 minutes to go until halftime. And now a crucial third down coming up for the Falcons. Third down and 6. They're at the 21, need to get it down to the 15. And they'll break the huddle here. And now Devin Eberhardt lines up as a slot receiver on the right. Shirk on the left. And Creighton Eberhardt in the slot as well on the left side. Waller rolling out right. Still on his feet. He's going to take off and run. Still on his feet, down inside the 15, looks to have a first down. So that'll move the chains for the Falcons after a nice run by Benny Waller. On a play that Waller had a lot of time back there in the backfield. Ends up taking off and running down to the 12-yard line of Union. Picks up 9 on the play when he needed 6. And the Falcons are 12 yards away from getting into the end zone for the first time. Now is when you got to really capitalize. No self-inflicted mistakes at this point. A single receiver each side, full house formation, and we got a flag, and the play stops right as it started. It's going to be an offside against Union.
Flag on the play, offside.
So a costly penalty for the Knights. Falcons will take it. It's going to be first down and 5. From the 12 down to the 7. So now at this point, the playbook pretty much wide open for the Falcons. I would not expect any sort of pass here, however. However, you could dial up just about any run play. I'll start in the pistol again, full house formation. Waller fakes the handoff, QB keeper, slips out of one tackle. Gets brought down from behind by Stratton Luke. Lunges the ball forward as he was being brought down.
Benny Waller, brought down by number 1.
Looks like they'll spot it just shy of the 5-yard line. They'll call it 2nd and 4 now. 2nd and 4 from just outside the 5, so you can get a first down without a touchdown. Other games in 1A District 4 tonight include Sumner Fredericksburg at Hudson and Columbus Catholic at Jessup. Second and 4. And here's a run left. It's Prusner fighting for the goal line. He will be just short. But it's going to be first and goal for the Falcons.
First and goal from the 1.
Oh, what do you think, Jason? Is that inside the 1? It is right in front of the goal line there, isn't it?
Just inside the 1, yeah, about the half-yard line.
First and goal for the Falcons, and you got to convert here. Waller's had a decent game rushing so far. Let's see if he capitalizes with a touchdown. He takes a snap, surges forward, and is in for the Falcons score. Touchdown, Aplington-Parkersburg on the short quarterback run by Waller. And it's 13-6 here with 5:06 to go in the second quarter. Carter Wayne out to attempt the PAT for the Falcons. Try to make this a 6-point game. He'll step back, line up the kick. Here's the snap spot. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 5:06 to go in the second quarter, it's Union 13, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. A short touchdown carry by Benny Waller, and with 5:06 to go in the second quarter, it's Union 13, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. Jason, how about that drive for the Falcons?
Excellent drive out of them, responding after not being able to sustain a drive, and down 13 points, put 7 up on the board, you're right back in this game.
First couple of drives for the Falcons resulted in a turnover on downs and then a fumble, but that one they were able to put it in the house. So they did not let themselves get demoralized after Union had 2 long touchdowns to take a 2-score lead, and all of a sudden now it's anyone's game here again. Dyke New Hartford leads Olwine 21-7. That one's still in the first half out at Gunderson Sports Complex. So Carter Wayne is out to kick it off. He's got it teed up at the 40-yard line. Here along the near hash mark. Here's the run-up. It's a line drive kick. Bounces around the 20 and is picked up by Sorensen, who takes it left. Got some room to run. He's got one man to beat, and he's brought down from behind. A touchdown-saving tackle by the Falcons just shy of the 50. Making the play out there was Owen Prusner, sophomore for the Falcons. Well, Jason, I would say the Falcons dodged a bullet there on what could have been a long kick return.
Yeah, he was just one or two defenders away from breaking that one. So
Union will start with 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Ball spotted left hash. There's 4 minutes and 59 seconds left in the first half. AP down 13-7. Shotgun formation with 2 receivers to each side. And Weber motions left. It's going to be a run up the middle across the 50 from the 46 to the 49. Picks up 5 yards. And that was Caden Sorensen on a QB keeper for the Knights. Bring up 2nd down and 5. Let's see if we can get an update from Hudson, where Sumner Fredericksburg is playing for the district opener. Hudson 14, Sumner Fredericksburg 6. 9:31 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 5 Union. Just across the 50 at the 49 of AP. Fake handoff at Sorensen, rolling out to the right. He pump fakes, evades a sack, still on his feet and brought down to the backfield. Falcons bring him down for a sack. Parker Mulder in there to sling him down. All the way back to the 47-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Knights, and the Falcons come up with a clutch defensive play. Now let's see if they can get a stop here on 3rd and long. Chance to get the ball back in the closing minutes of the first half. Right now there's 3:40 on the clock. Union breaks the huddle. 3 receivers to the left and a single man to the right. 1 running back in the formation to Sorensen's left. Sorensen rolls out left. He's under pressure again, and he gets spun down to the backfield. The ball comes free. Was he down, or is it a fumble?
No way! Coming out!
It's going to be 4th down for the Knights. I think it was Mulder in there to help bring them down and cause the ball to come free. Colbin Hoppenworth as well. But it's going to be 4th down and long. Back-to-back sacks by the Falcons. And now it forces a Union punt here with 2:53 to go till halftime. The clock is still running. AP's got 2 timeouts. So a chance to run a 2-minute offense here. Line drive punt. Shirk lets it bounce, and he is not going to touch that thing. He's going to get away. It rolls down inside the 25-yard line, so it will be a long field to drive for the Falcons. But, Jason, that's exactly what the Falcons needed right there. Things are going AP's way now, starting to pick up some momentum.
Absolutely. Get that touchdown, make a defensive stop, get your offense back out there. Plenty of time to still score and tie this up or take a lead into halftime.
All the way back to the 26-yard line after a fantastic punt by Union. And a chance for the Falcons to, again, play with a little bit of tempo here. Their normal tempo is not really what you're going to be looking for in this type of situation. Just before halftime, 2:34 to be exact. And a long huddle here for the Falcons. They have not started the play clock yet, so
Falcons still have 2 timeouts as well, so extend this drive a little bit longer if they need to.
The lineup with single receivers to each side. Colcorf here on the near side. And Hartbarger on the far side. Pistol full house formation. Waller. High wobbly snap. Hands off left. And still on his feet, Mason Prusner lowers the shoulders. Brought down around the 25. Nice run by Mason Prusner. I'll say he gained about 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now to the 25-yard line in their own territory. And they run to the same formation here, 2nd and 6, high snap, and a sweep to the right. This is Prusner still on his feet. Brought down near the line to gain.
Yeah, he's going to get one. Number 0, Mason Prusner.
It's going to be 3rd down and inches here for the Falcons after Prusner picks up 5. We're down to 1:55 left in the first half. And the clock is still running here.
Gave him a first down.
So a pickup of 6 that time by Prusner. 1st down and 10. Pistol full house formation. Waller takes the snap. They fake the handoff, throws it over the top of Braden Kalkworth here on the near side of the field. And that moves Benny Waller to 0 for 4 passing in this game. Falcons have not completed a pass in 2 weeks. That was a good route. Would have been decent yardage had he been able to catch it. Instead, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. It does stop the clock for the Falcons, though. If there's any silver lining, there's now 1:39 left. And remember, Jason, AP is going to receive the second half kickoff. So if you can do something here, you can make it a 2-for-1 possibly. And now they're going to run an empty backfield. 3 wide receivers left and 1 to the right. And Waller with a QB keeper shuffles the feet, brought down at about the 35. Clock still running, down under 90 seconds to go till halftime. This one picks up about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6. And Pickna is going to call a timeout here with 1:24 left in the first half. All right, Jason, it's an interesting spot here for the Falcons.
Yeah,
because the passing game has not been going too well for them, 0 for 4. But at this point, it looks like they're going to have to resort to that at some point if they are to score.
Yeah, and I'm watching the offensive line quite a bit. They're really getting some good. They're getting off the ball. They're getting some blocks, getting down to that second layer. So this running game's looking really good for AP right now.
23 carries for 115 yards as a team. Leader is Benny Waller with 11 for 63, including the touchdown. So the Falcons will now have 1 timeout left. Union still has 2 timeouts left. I think Union has 3. I think the scoreboard operator is wrong on that one. They should have taken one off for AP instead of Union. So unless that was Union that called the timeout. I'm pretty sure it was AP though. So 3rd down and 6. So 2 by 2 it looks like. 1 running back in the formation here. With Waller in the shotgun, here comes the snap. Taken off to the right. Oh, he's looking to throw downfield. Instead, he takes off with his legs to the 45-yard line, tumbles across, and he's got a first down. Nice run by Benny Waller once again. They'll spot him down at the 47-yard line in AP territory. Down to 1:15 to go here in the first half. Falcons now with 53 yards to go for the score. Clock still running at 1:05. 2 by 2 receivers. Waller takes the snap, dropping back to throw. Loads up, fires a deep left, looking for Shirk. And it's caught down to the 20-yard line. Wes Shirk with a big gainer of 33 yards down to the 20 of Union with 50 seconds. And now the Falcons are in prime scoring position. Here they come, running tempo, and Waller will spike the ball to stop the clock with 49. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 49 seconds left. And the Falcons have the ball down at the 20-yard line in Union territory, right on the doorstep of the red zone. A chance to score here before half. Plenty of time.
Well, if the ref sets the ball, though, that's on the ref.
And here we go. 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10 after the spike. AP preserving that timeout that they have left. Now Waller under center. Delayed handoff. This is Prusner. Lowers the shoulders. And short yardage here. Running back to the line. Running without a huddle. And now a timeout is going to be called by AP with 38 seconds left. Our Wiffles Hybrids halftime show is coming up in just a few minutes here on Radio on the Go's YouTube channel. Well, Jason, it'll be third down and about 6 here coming up for the Falcons, it looks like. And again, a chance to do some damage here right before half.
Well, and they've been able to convert these 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 5s this drive. So 38 seconds left, still have 1 timeout left. Things are looking pretty good this drive.
Wiffles Hybrids is pleased to bring you tonight's halftime show. When you plant Wiffles, you're not just choosing superior seed corn, you're making a statement that says staying independent, family-owned, and it means something on your farm. So make your choice, plant Wiffles. One thing done right, in Grundy County, see Connor McElderry, and in Butler County, see Jamison Steggy. So here we go, third down and 6 AP. At the 16-yard line in Union territory. There's 38 seconds left on the first half clock. And the Falcons are looking to score their second unanswered touchdown. They're going to spread the formation here, 2-by-2 receivers. Hartbarger and Kalkworth are the 2 leading receivers here on the near side. Waller back to pass, sets the feet, throws over the middle, incomplete. He was looking for Shirk in the end zone. Able to turn it the last second, couldn't quite haul it in. And it's going to bring up a 4th down and 6. And now it's going to be a nail-biter time for AP fans. See what they do here on this 4th down play.
Ball thrown just a little bit behind the receiver, timing not quite right. They catch that, that's a touchdown.
So 33 seconds left until halftime. And AP's going for it here on 4th and 6. At the Union 16, 2-by-2 receivers. Waller back to pass. Great protection. Now he steps up. He sidearms it to the end zone. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. He was looking for Hartbarger, who was just across the goal line, and the Falcons turn it over on downs with 25 seconds left in the first half. A promising drive ends up stalling out, but Jason, I was impressed with how AP was able to move the ball downfield so quickly, running some no huddle on that drive as well.
Yeah, AP has. I mean, this second quarter they've made a statement, right? They're not just going to lay down. They're down 13-0. They're fighting to get back in this one.
So Union will start at their own 16-yard line with 25 seconds left. 2 timeouts left. And let's see how aggressive they get here. It's a QB keeper for Sorensen. Jukes to the right. He's got some room to run. Inside the numbers and brought down, but not before a penalty flag comes in from the backfield. Looks like this one is coming all the way back. We'll get the call here officially, but looks like the Union players are pretty aware that this is not good news for them. Yep, it's going to be holding on the Knights. So 10 yards from the spot of the foul, down to 16 seconds left, and now we're probably just going to see a kneel down, I would imagine. That would be the wise thing to do if you're Coach Pospisil and the Knights. So it's going to be spotted at the... Oh, those number lines are tough to see. See, is that the 5th? No, that is the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
So it's going to be 1st and 7. The foul occurred downfield, interestingly. So the clock is still running. I don't even know if they're aware of it. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. Union 13, Aplington-Parkersburg 6. Wiffles Hybrids halftime show's next.
Do you have a student in the UHS
Union
program?
13, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. We are at halftime. John Mowinkle, Jason Eaton with you here for this district opener. Jason, the Falcons put together a really nice 2-minute drill there at the end of the half. Unfortunately, a couple of pass plays go through the hands of receivers, and the drive comes up short as the Falcons turn it over on downs down in the red zone. So hopefully that's not something that comes back to bite the Falcons. They will get the ball to start the second half, but AP certainly got some things to clean up. The good news for the Falcons is they are picking up some momentum seemingly here as we go into the second half before too long.
Yeah, and that second quarter for them, like I said, they really kind of started putting everything together, getting themselves back in the game. Not obviously, you get down that close to the end zone, you want to score a touchdown. Doesn't end up happening, but still really good momentum to take into halftime. And as you said, they're going to get the kickoff. If they can keep that momentum going, it's going to be a good second half here.
Benny Waller's 1 for 7 passing for 33 yards. So the one completion was a rather long one down to Wes Shirk here along the near side of the field during that 2-minute drill right before the half. Again, Jason, if the Falcons are able to, hold on to some of those throws, make some of those catches that you should make, we could be talking about a completely different game, especially considering the fact that there were 2 near misses down in the end zone as well. That's how close we are to AP having a lead.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, obviously disappointing didn't catch those. It looked like maybe Waller was thinking about running and decided to pass it. Who knows how that ends up if he uses his legs instead of his arm, but either way, it's still 13-7.
So Benny Waller is the leading rusher right now for AP, 12 for 75, including the 1-yard touchdown run, so 6.25 yards per carry. Mason Prusner, 12 for 53, including a long of 13 yards. Did have a fumble in the first half as well. Devin Eberhardt, 2 for 16. Now Wes Shirk, the only receiver for AP, 1 for 33. Caden Sorensen of Union, 4 for 4 passing for 94 yards, including a touchdown, which was from 76 yards. So that was one of the things that we talked about in the pregame, how Union does not pass the ball a whole lot, but they are extremely efficient when they do. So AP's defensive backs are really going to have to be on point when it comes to defending the pass here in the second half, especially if this is going to be a down-to-the-wire type of game. When it comes to running the ball, Garrett Kahlberg has 5 for 54, including a touchdown run of 46 yards. It was virtually untouched. Sorensen, 4 for -7. Mays Weber, 3 for -1. Receiving, Levi Hadacek has 2 for 81, including a touchdown. Mays Weber has 1 for 9. This is the Whiffles Hybrids halftime show. Whiffles is the only seed brand focused exclusively on corn. They don't worry about selling equipment, chemicals, fertilizers, or soybeans. They only worry about one thing, which is helping farmers produce the best possible corn crop. Whiffles wins when you do. So when you think corn, think Whiffles. In Hardin and Hamilton County, check with Chelsea Hokeson. In Butler and Bremer County, Jamison Steggy. And in Franklin and Wright counties, see Connor McElderry. Whiffles Hybrids, plant your independence. We've got about another 6 minutes till we get rolling here in the second half. They've got 3 minutes on the countdown clock right now, and they'll put another 3 on for the warm-ups. It's Union 13, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. The second half is next. It's almost time for the third quarter here in LaPorte City. John Mowinkle, Jason Eaton with you here. Union 13, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. Jason, imagine it's going to be an interesting second half here. AP will receive the second half kickoff. Falcons, a few mistakes certainly to clean up. They put together a clean second half. This is going to be a winnable game, I would say, for AP.
Yeah, put together that clean second half, but then also don't give up the big plays. If you really looked at this game, 2 big plays is the difference here.
Yep. It was a 76-yard touchdown pass to Levi Hadachek on the first drive of the game, just 3 plays in. And then there was a long run by Garrett Kahlberg from 46 yards. And again, that was one that was virtually untouched. So those are the 2 scoring plays for Union. AP had a 1-yard touchdown plunge by Benny Waller to get on the board in the second quarter. Turned it over on downs just before halftime. Union had a long run that was called back for holding, and then they ran the rest of the time off the clock. So about another 30 seconds here. Some other scores in the area, in the district. Sumner Fredericksburg was trailing Hudson 14. I believe it was 14-6. I know it was a 1-score game. I believe it was 14-6 right around halftime. No score update is available from Columbus and Jessup. We're taking on each other up in Jessup here tonight. Oh, I closed that window. That's why I can't find it. So let's see. AP's return team is out there, and you can't rule out, a possible onside kick here if you're Union. See, even we want to catch the opponent off guard a little bit. Here comes the kickoff team for the Knights. And, of course, this is a big turning point in the season. Yeah, 14-6 Hudson leads Sumner Fredericksburg. That one's at the half. So, you start 1-0 in district play. I mean, you win one district game, you're pretty much halfway there to getting to the playoffs. Kind of the magic number is 2 district wins for the most part. To get into the postseason. Now, there could be some crazy 3-way ties, but 2 is the magic number. 3, you're pretty much certainly in. So here we go. Union kicks off deep, and it angles right. Returnable for the Falcons. And this is Aiden Merrill returning it right. Turns the corner outside the numbers, brought down shy of the 35, and a flag comes in right as the play ends. Well, if this is holding on AP, that would certainly be a costly error here on a kickoff return of all things. I don't even see the... Okay, there's the white hat. He's going to signal face mask on AP. You don't see that too often, face mask on the return team. Well, AP, we talked about how they would have to play a clean second half. That is not a good start as far as playing a clean second half.
No, it's going to back them up 15 yards, so.
They got to around the 30-yard line is where the return ended. So that means they're going to back up down to the, 30, 20. They got it at the 17-yard line. So a long field to drive now for the Falcons. Starting at their own 17 here to begin this third quarter. But again, down just by 1 score, 13-7. So a touchdown and extra point gives the Falcons a lead. Crucial drive here to start this third quarter. They start under center here with Waller. Turns around, hands off, up the middle. Out across the 20-yard line, and a flag after the play. Multiple flags come in. And some extracurricular activity taking place after the play. Looks like it's going to be personal foul on Union. And on AP, so it's going to offset.
That's a bad call!
We got some people right in front of us that disagree with that call, it sounds like. So it's going to be offsetting penalties on the personal fouls, so it'll be 2nd down and 7. Jason, I couldn't quite tell. Was that Prusner on the run?
I believe it was. As I was looking through binoculars.
Yeah, usually that's who lines up right behind Waller. So we're just a little bit above level with the field, so not the best angle here, but we're working with it. So 2nd and 7 coming up for the Falcons now. at their own 20-yard line. Man, AP has a face mask on a kickoff return and then a personal foul here right away to start the second half. So delayed handoff. Prusner plunges right between guard and tackle. Stood up. Forward progress stopped after a short gain. Third down coming up. We'll say he gained about 4 to 5 yards. It'll be third down and 3 coming up.
Stopped by a wall of Knights.
So the Falcons just trying to grind out yardage, control the tempo, milk that clock here in this third quarter. Keep the ball away from that explosive offensive Union. Third and 4 from the 24-yard line in their own territory. The line to gain is the 28. Waller under center, offset eye. Hard count up front, trying to make him jump. Turns around, hands off. Prusner slides the hips and is stuffed. It's going to be shy of the line to gain. 4th and 2 coming up after Prusner gains a couple on the ground. Well, what do you think here, Jason?
Right up the middle.
Yep.
get the 2 yards.
I would tend to agree in most scenarios like this. 4th down and 2 at your own 21. Waller lines up under center, offset eye. He's going to take it himself, tries sneaking it. Looks to have just enough for a first down. And they will move the chains. Waller picks up 3 when he needed 2. Excellent execution on that quarterback sneak, and the Falcons move the chains. Out to the 28-yard line in their own territory. Ball spotted right hash. And now the Falcons can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief after they were backed up deep at their own 17-yard line. 11 yards so far in this drive. 1st and 10. And now Waller mishandles the snap. It was a little bit high, and Union recovers.
Recovered by the Knights.
Mays Weber jumps on that ball, and Union will take possession.
AP shoots themselves in the foot. The snap appeared to be a little bit to the high and right of Waller. And Union was right there on the money to jump on top of it. And now the Knights have a prime opportunity to take a 2-score lead yet again. They'll start at the AP 21-yard line. 9:23 to go here in the third quarter. Knights a chance to really open this game up. They'll start in the pistol formation here with Sorensen. A single receiver each side. Play action fake. Throw deep. Left corner of the end zone. It's caught for a Union touchdown. Cooper Spohr with his first catch of the game on a flyer out down the far sideline, and Union leads it 19-7. That's all it took, Jason. 21 yards, and Union is back up by 2 scores.
Yeah, he was able to get isolated there one-on-one on the outside and just able to make that catch.
PAT attempt coming up for Satterley early on here in this third quarter. And they're going to go for 2, actually. Offense stays out on the field trying to make it a 21-7 game. Handoff left, Kahlberg. He's going to get dragged down, and he does not make it in. The 2-point conversion attempt is stuffed, and with 9:18 to go. .918 to go in the third quarter. Union 19, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. Falcons had a chance to come out and really make a statement on the first drive of the third quarter. got the ball to start the second half. Instead, they had an errant snap that resulted in a Union fumble recovery, and right after that, the Knights make the Falcons pay with a 21-yard touchdown pass from Caden Sorensen to Cooper Spoor in the left corner of the end zone. However, the two-point conversion attempt failed, so it remains a 19-7 game. That could loom large for the Falcons if they come back. End-over-end kick, returnable for Shirk. Takes it at the 20-yard line and runs left, gets popped. Takes a hard hit, able to bounce right back up. And a really physical kickoff coverage there for Union. Falcons will start with much better field position this time around. They'll start at the 32 rather than the 17.
You don't need a jersey to move the purpose or permission to take your healing seriously.
So let's see. When it comes to the penalties, AP kind of burned themselves with that face mask on the kickoff return to start the second half. Then there was a personal foul penalty. 2 personal fouls, 1 on each team that offset. So, you keep your cool there. You get 15 yards. Instead, it resulted in, just canceling out. So that was a big miss for the Falcons as well. So they'll start at their own 32 on this drive, trailing by 2 scores, 19-7, early third quarter. Waller under center, full house backfield, turns around, he's going to throw. Loads up and fires it deep, down the middle. There's pass interference, it's going to be picked off. And he's still up. He's still up. He had his arms on his head as if the play was dead when the flag was thrown, but the play was still live. He was just standing out there walking around, but the play was still live. He then goes down to a knee. AP gets on top of him. What a kooky turn of events that was. It's going to be pass interference on Union. Just when you think you've seen it all, huh, Jason?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, watching AP this year, I've seen a couple different things. The ball that goes for the blocked punt that goes forward to the line of scrimmage, and now this.
So it was intercepted by Union. I think it was Mays Weber who got the pick. Then he saw that the flag was thrown. The play was still going on. He still had the ball. He acted like it was done. That is just peculiar. Maybe the Falcons are going to start to get in his head. 9:01 to go here in the third quarter. The Falcons have a first down after the penalty yardage. Out at the 47-yard line in their own territory. Waller under pressure, rolling out right. There's a flag in the backfield. He gets across the 50 to the 45 to the 40, runs out of bounds. He kept the play alive despite the penalty flag being thrown. But it looks like it's going to be coming back.
Flag on the flag.
In the area of holding.
Yep. So that'll back it up 10 yards. So they'll mark it all the way back at the 37-yard line. So 8:53 to go here in the third quarter. And that'll bring up first down and 20 for the Falcons. 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Falcons starting to spread it out here a little bit. Waller back to pass, loads up, fires deep left, looking for Shirk. High arcing throws, intercepted by Sorensen. Running down the near sideline, then cuts back inside the numbers. Still on his feet at the hash marks. AP tried to force the fumble. Waller throws an interception, and now Union has a chance to go up 3 scores.
Number 10, Caden Sorensen, intended for number 12, Les Shirk.
The throw was wide of the target. Sorensen able to put together a great return out to the 50. And the Knights will take over here with 8:40 to go in this third quarter.
Right at the midfield line, the 50-yard line.
Sorensen starts in the pistol with 3 receivers to the right, including 2 of them stacked. And now Weber motions into the backfield. It's a handoff that gets stuffed. This one goes backwards for about 2 yards. Kahlberg is stuffed by that Falcon defensive line. Second down and 12 coming up. And again, AP hasn't, it's not like they've played bad defensively. It's just been a few big plays given up have been the difference. But it's when Union tries to go for chunk yards that AP is successful. It's the deep balls that have really burned them. Second down and long here for Union. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Here's a throw near side. And it's incomplete. It was caught and dropped by Spoor. He may have gotten caught looking downfield. And check the replay here, see if that was in fact the case. The ball hit his chest. He turned the head before he secured it. So that'll make it 3rd down and long here for the Knights. So they send 2 receivers out to the far side. No, 3 receivers. So Tripp's out there and a single receiver here to the right. AP secondary is playing deep. Sorensen back to throw under pressure, evades it. Running to the right, being chased down by Merrill. He's going to get popped along the sideline, and it's going to be a 1st down Union.
Carried by number 10, Hayden Sorensen.
That was a heck of a run for a quarterback, and Sorensen picks up 1st down yardage down to the 40-yard line of AP territory. That play picks up about 12. 7:39 and ticking to go here in the 3rd quarter. Union leads it 19-7. The Knights have a missed extra point and a failed 2-point conversion attempt. Three receivers to the right and 1 left. Sorensen in the shotgun. Mays Weber motions, but there was a whistle blown.
False start.
Yep, false start against Union. The refs facing the opposite direction
False start offense.
is really strange here tonight. Don't really call a lot of games where the refs are facing away from you when they call the penalties. So 1st down and 15, back to the 45-yard line of AP territory.
And with that penalty, that's going to drive Union up to 65 yards in penalties.
And you don't normally lose games when the other team has that many penalty yards. Back to throw, Sorensen throws left. It's almost intercepted by Merrill. In and out of his hands. It's going to bring up 3rd and long after the incomplete pass, but the Falcons missed a big-time opportunity for a takeaway.
And that's Sorensen's first incomplete pass of the game. Comes here in the 3rd quarter. He's got 6 attempts, 5 completions, 2 passing touchdowns so far.
So they break the huddle. 2 receivers each side of the field now.
Make a play, D!
Kahlberg is in the backfield. He gets the handoff. Still on his feet across the 40. Drugged down from behind. Gavin Allen, one of the Falcon tacklers, to bring him down. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
There's the holding on that interior. That's a takedown.
3rd and 10 coming up for the Knights.
Garrett Kahlberg.
55.
Line to gain is the 30.
Rylan Asher.
Last check, Hudson was up a score on Sumner Fredericksburg. Out in Pirate Country tonight. No score updates available yet from Jessup and Columbus. All district games from here on out really starts to ramp up. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Sorensen rolls out left, gets away from a sack. Hoppenworth in pursuit. He is dropped down. Did AP recover a fumble? Falcons came away with it. Hoppenworth, they're going to rule him down, but the Falcons are going to bring up 4th down.
Really good time, really good job that time by Asher penetrating, getting pressure on Sorensen, and Hoppenworth cleans it up for him.
4th and 16 coming up for the Knights. And Union brings out the punt formation. Officials will call themselves a timeout now. Try to get something squared away here. They're talking with some of the coaches over on the Union sideline.
What are we doing?
And now we've got, maybe we had a guy with like maybe his chin strap came off or something like that.
Some sort of equipment issue.
They should have been way back past midfield on the fumble if you're going to, or on the sack.
So yeah, I'm wondering if they're talking about the spot of the ball.
Check your spot!
Because unless they ruled that the knee was down at the 46 before all of that activity in the backfield happened. Jason, what do you think?
I'm just as confused as everyone else here right now as to what they need to do here.
Now we've got a manager out on the field for a guy who's wearing a jersey and jeans. We've received word that someone is getting thrown out of this game. So that is what the delay is all about. I think it's someone over on the Union side. They were over there talking to the... there must be an administrator down there on the field for the officials to talk to get that squared away. So someone is getting tossed out of the game for what I would imagine was a classless act. And we are waiting.
As a reminder, the staff, students, and administration.
And now they're going to give us a reminder.
School district support the IHSAA in making good sportsmanship a priority in athletic events. School
Telling us about good sportsmanship.
Learning to play the game and have fun. You can help them achieve that goal
Yeah.
by modeling
Oh, that's
and respecting the decisions of the game officials.
not a good time when you have to throw someone out of the game, but sometimes that has to be done, and it sends a message. So looks like we're gonna resume the game now with 5:33 to go and ticking in this third quarter. Union out to punt the ball away with Shirk back to return for AP. Here comes the snap. AP gets a rush on it. It's going to bounce. And Union is going to down it down inside the 10-yard line. So again, AP gets a long field to drive, but a major stop that time around. The fact that they did not allow Union to convert with points off that turnover on that interception that they had just moments before. 5:13 to go here in this third quarter. And we do want to recognize one of our broadcast sponsors, including Murphy's Plumbing and Heating. From bath or kitchen remodeling or emergency repair, contact Murphy's in Hampton. 1st and 10 Falcons, all the way back to their own 9-yard line. Waller starts in the pistol formation, turns around, hands off Prusner. Still on his feet, lowers the shoulders, gets away from some defenders, and brought down from behind after a large gain. Brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. On a long run by Mason Prusner, they'll spot it down at the 25 where the knee was down. 16 yards on the run by Prusner, and the Falcons start the drive off on the right foot. They'll break the huddle quickly after that play. A single receiver to each side of the formation. Full house backfield here for the Falcons. Delayed handoff left. Prusner jumps over a defender and it gets stuffed. They're going to call it no gain. Actually a loss maybe of a yard by Prusner. That'll back him up, make it 2nd down and 11. That defensive front of Union got a great surge and held that thing to a loss. Rylan Asher is coming in off the sideline here for AP. Not a ton of playing time on offense here tonight. He's going to line up out as a receiver here on the near side. So switching up some personnel now. Pistol full house. Counter to the right. Prusner still on his feet. Drugged down from behind across the 35. That'll move the chains for an AP first down.
Carry by number 0,
Out to the 39-yard line in AP territory. 3:57 to go here in the third quarter. Falcons putting together a nice drive, looking to cut this thing down to a single score deficit. Down 19-7, 3:45 and ticking to go here in this third quarter. Waller takes the snap, counter to the left this time. Prusner lowers the shoulders, plunges to about the 42. And again, not every play has to gain huge yardage. Just as long as you don't go backward. That'll be a pickup of about 3. And Asher runs in the play call here from the sideline. If AP is able to come back and win this one, it would certainly be a really nice statement, especially with the outlook for the rest of district play. Here's a counter play to Prusner. Nope, check that. They faked the handoff, and Waller took it left, and he got stuffed. And now Waller is slow to get up. And man, that is bad news for the Falcons if he's not able to continue. He's still down on his back there on the field, so they will check him out here with 2:54 to go in this third quarter. Union 19, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. Let's take the timeout. Benny Waller is back up on his feet and walking over to the sideline after he was the injured player on the previous play with 2 minutes and 54 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Well, Jason, now the Falcons will have to turn to their backup quarterback, which we never received that too deep. So we'll see who comes in here at QB here for the Falcons. But that is going to vastly change AP's offensive attack, considering Waller's passing and running ability. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Falcons from their own 39. Line to gain their own 49. And this is a chance for AP to really dig deep after their starting quarterback goes down with an injury. All right, so they break the huddle here. Looks like Wes Shirk is out there playing quarterback now for the Falcons. So pistol full house. He takes a snap, runs to the right, and gets brought down immediately. So it's going to be 4th and long for the Falcons, and now do you go for it here with a... Nope, they're going to bring out the punt unit. Yeah, you're probably not going to go for it on a 4th and long like that with a backup quarterback, so... AP will punt it away here with 2:18 to go in the third quarter, down 19-7 to Union. And if there was ever a time where you needed a defensive stop, now is going to be that situation. You can't let it get to a 3-score game at this point. That might almost be the dagger at that point. So now The play clock's down to 2. Is AP going to burn a timeout here? And there's the flag for delay of game. So that'll back it up to a 4th and 16. And yeah, I mean, at that point, with the play clock running down, probably a good idea to just save the timeouts at that point. So
still working on Waller here on the sideline. Be interesting to see if he's able to return.
Doc Durbin's taking a look at him. End over end kick to the right side. It was muffed and ultimately covered up by Union. And the Knights will take over from back inside their own 40-yard line. 1:40 to go here in the third quarter. Union 19, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. Falcons will see what they're made of here on this defensive series. We'll return to action next week for homecoming against Sumner Fredericksburg. But you'd love to get a district win under your belts before that takes place a week from tonight. A lot of people would say this is probably the district title game here, as crazy as that sounds in week 4, but these teams are looking like the 2 best teams in this district. Sorensen in the pistol formation. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And this play is stuffed. Kahlberg receives the handoff and goes nowhere. Several Falcons in there to help make the stop. Mason Kopp, one of the D linemen, making that initial surge up front. Pushes it backwards a yard for a 2nd and 11. Down to 1:12 to go here in the third quarter. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Tight end of the formation here for Union as well. Screen pass to the right side. It's caught. Receiver still on his feet down the near sideline. I believe that is the first catch of the game for Jace Lovelace, number 28 of Union. Catches the screen here on the near side and uses shifty moves down the sideline here to move the chains. And now we got another AP player down here just inside the 45-yard line. So another stoppage here with 53 seconds left in the third quarter. And it looks like they're just working out a cramp here. Can't quite tell who that is exactly right now. But we'll take a quick timeout here for the injury. 53 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Aplington-Parkersburg. Wes Shirk was the injured AP player, back up on his feet and heads to the sideline. And Union has a 1st and 10 from the AP 49-yard line, ball spotted right hash, here with 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Falcons trail 19-7 here to the Knights. See if they can dig deep here. Down to 40 seconds. And this is going to be stuffed. Kahlberg absolutely blown up in the backfield. Hoppenworth was in there to make the stop. Hunter McBride was there to wrap him up as well. Forward progress will get him back to the 50 to bring up a 2nd and 11. And they do not have to snap it again here in this third quarter. Union players will head over to the sideline. AP players will do the same. Starting to hold up the number 4. Union 19, Aplington-Parkersburg 7 as we head to the fourth quarter. Let's head to the fourth quarter. Union 19, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. Knights will have 2nd and 11 after the Falcons blew up a Union run up the middle to end the third quarter. Shotgun formation here for the Knights. And we got whistles right as the ball was snapped. Looks like a false start is called against the Knights. Well, Jason, I would say at that point, you're going to make it a 2nd and 16 here. Falcon defense has to come up with a stop right here. Otherwise, it could be the dagger if Union is able to score on this drive.
Yeah, clock's ticking. Just started the fourth quarter. Got to get the ball back. Got to get them moving the ball quickly. So, yeah, big stop, big play here on 2nd and 16.
They back it up to the 45-yard line in Union territory. AP defensive backs playing about 10 yards deep from the line of scrimmage. Sorensen to throw under some pressure. Throws it out to the near side, and it's incomplete. First pass attempt to the tight end, Holden Kraft, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long. So they were trying to work it on the perimeter that time around. Off target on the throw, and 3rd and long now for the Knights. So again, the door is still ajar here for AP when it comes to a possible comeback. Union was part of a crazy comeback, I believe in their season opener against New Hampton. They were on the winning side of that. So they certainly know what it feels like. They do not want to have that happen to them. Here's going to be a run up the middle. Kahlberg still on his feet across the 50 and brought down. It's going to be 4th and long coming up for the Knights. Right down at the 50-yard line. It's going to be about 4th and 11. And out comes the punt unit for the Knights. So the Falcons are able to get a stop here. Shirk is back to return. And Colton O'Connor is the punter. Line up back at his own 37. And Jason, Union's punt coverage unit has been really strong here tonight. They've had a lot of balls down inside the 20. Here comes the snap. EP gets a rush. End over end kick. Shirk lets it bounce. And again, Union is going to down this, rolling down to the 10-yard line. Putting AP with, again, a long field to drive. 90 yards to go to try to cut this to a one-score game. All right, Jason. Now is the time for the Falcons. It's do or die.
Yeah, not ideal starting from your 10, but, you know, they've ripped off some long runs earlier in the game, and if they can get back to that, put up 7 points here.
11:08 to go in the fourth quarter. AP down 19-7 to Union. Scored late in the first half on a QB sneak by Waller. But remember, Falcons have a new quarterback in the game with Wes Shirk after Waller went down with an injury on the previous series. Handoff. Prusner has his jersey tugged from behind. Pyle still moving forward. Heck of a run by the Falcons that time around. Looks to be just shy of the first down. Mason Prusner. And I thought he gained more yards than that. It's going to be 2nd and about 4.
Come on, Lyle, give him a little more. Let's go.
Again, apologies for the angles here tonight. Not an ideal situation, but we're making the best of it. 2nd down and 4. 10.5 minutes to go here in the fourth.
With that run, Prusner's at 100 yards rushing tonight.
And he goes backwards that time. Blown up by the defensive front of Union. And that'll send him backwards about 2 yards. 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Carry by number 0, Mason Prusner.
Down to 10:09 to go in the game. And again, AP down 2 scores, but it's only a 12-point deficit. Play clock down to 10, using a lot of time here. Down to 9:50. Now Shirk lines up under center. And he couldn't even control the snap. Who got on top of it, we will see. It's going to be a loss of about 3 yards, and out comes the punt unit. Well, Jason, it looks like AP is really struggling without their starting quarterback in there. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
when
it's
it comes to
always
some of those
tough when
center
you,
quarterback exchanges. When you put a new quarterback in there, it's not used to playing. It can cause some of those issues.
yeah, it's tough. Middle of the game or late in the game, you got to put in your backup.
Here comes the punt snap. Prusner gets it away.
It was a great punt.
And over end, returnable for Union at the AP 45. To the near side, this is Sorensen running down the sideline, still on his feet, got one man to beat, and gets pummeled down by Prusner. So the punter ends up making the tackle, but Union has a fantastic return and a short field to drive. 8:58 to go here in the fourth quarter. And a game that has gotten away from the Falcons here as this thing has gone along. And again, really the big difference was 2 first quarter scores by the Knights. AP was able to answer right before halftime, however, have not been able to generate much offense since. Some costly penalties here throughout this one. And Union takes over at the 19-yard line of AP in the red zone already. Sorensen goes right on an option play, decides to keep it himself, turns it upfield, bouncing it to the outside, looks to turn the corner, angling for the pylon, and flags come in. Touchdown is the signal. However, there are several flags that came in during the play. As of now, it's a 19-yard touchdown run by Caden Sorensen. And it's going to be holding on the defense. So touchdown is the result of the play, and Union takes a 25-7 lead. And let's see, will they go for 2 again? $8:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Desperation time coming up for the Falcons. But again, you're going to have a backup quarterback in there, so, whether or not this is attainable for AP at this point remains to be seen. And AP's got a new quarterback warming up here on the sideline. They are going to go for 2, angling right on the run, and this one is no good. So Union maintains a 25-7 lead over Aplington-Parkersburg with 8:50 to go in the fourth quarter. $8:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Union 25, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. It was a 19-yard touchdown run and an option play by Caden Sorensen. AP got called for defensive holding, obviously was declined. And the Falcons are down 3 scores now within the final 9 minutes of the game. We saw Harrison Schultz warming up as the quarterback here for the Falcons on the sideline, getting some throws in. Devin Eberhardt is no longer on the sideline. We saw him being checked out behind the stands here. End over end kick, returnable for AP with Merrill on his feet, gets across the 40-yard line, tries hurdling a man across the 40. Ends up being a heck of a return. Could not get past the last man to beat, but a nice kickoff return for the Falcons. See if that gives them at least a little bit of semblance of momentum here. So 60 yards to drive for AP on this particular drive,
I don't know. I don't think he would have got
instead of the 90 that we saw on the previous possession for the Falcons. 8:43 to go. And they'll break the huddle. A single receiver to each side of the formation. And Hartbarger. Pistol full house formation. Is a run to the left on a counter. see. That was Creighton Eberhardt getting the carry that time. Takes it about 3 yards to the left. And a guy who has not been involved in the running game really much this season. Not nearly as much as he was last year, but kind of getting his chance now to see what he's made of. Wes Shirk lines up a receiver out left. And they break the huddle here. 2nd down and 7, AP. Just shy of the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Schultz turns around and gets sacked.
Sacked by number 45, Jackson Youngblood.
Youngblood there to make the sack for Union. And now it's going to be 3rd and forever for the Falcons. And Harrison Schultz on his first throw attempt of the season did not have any time to really make any reads on that play with how fast that pressure was coming. 3rd and 19 coming up for the Falcons all the way back to their 31. Line to gain is the 50-yard line. Wes Shirk was playing quarterback on the previous series. And now we got whistle and a timeout called with a play clock running down to 1 second. And the Falcons will burn the timeout. 7:14 to go here in the 4th quarter. AP down 25-7 to Union here on Radio On The Go Sports. Seven to 14 to go in the 4th quarter. Union 25, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. Falcons face 3rd and 19. Line to gain is the 50-yard line. Just burned a timeout as the play clock ran down to 1 second. And again, Harrison Schultz playing QB, a sophomore here for the Falcons. Throws it over the middle. He's got Shirk. Gets to the 45, brought down shy of the 50. It looks to be just short. They're going to mark him down at the 49. But it's going to be 4th and 1 for the Falcons after an 18-yard pass from Harrison Schultz to Wes Shirk over the middle. And that is the 2nd longest passing play of the game for AP. 6:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. And the Falcons going for it here on 4th and 1. Obviously, you're going for it. You're in 4-down territory no matter what at this point in the game. Pistol full house formation, a single receiver each side. Schultz takes the snap, and a fullback handoff is blown up. Just when AP puts together an explosive play, it gets busted with Creighton Eberhardt in the backfield. That one goes backwards for 3, and the Falcons turn it over on downs. 6:25 to go, and that is pretty much going to be the dagger here in this one. It's going to be really an uphill battle for AP at this point, you know, considering the personnel situations that they're going through right now. And Union is looking like they are going to cruise to a district opening victory over the Falcons tonight. 1st and 10 Knights at the AP 45. 2 receivers to each side. Handoff up the middle. Gains about 2 to 3 yards. Kahlberg makes the carry for the Knights. Gavin Allen there to make the stop for Aplington-Parkersburg as we near the halfway point of this 4th quarter. Well, Jason, AP is going to have to flush this one and move on. I mean, they certainly had their chances. Unfortunately, just saw a lot of opportunities slip away in this game.
Yep, you know, you get some people injured and got new kids playing some different roles that maybe they're not used to playing or haven't had a whole lot of experience in, and got 6 minutes, just under 6 minutes left to get them some playing time and get them a little more experienced.
Snap to Sorensen. Looked like it was a little bit of a low snap, and this play is busted immediately. Hand off to Kahlberg. don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to back it up for a yard. So 3rd and 9 coming up here for Union. Down to 5:15 to go in the game. AP down 25-7. In a game that a lot of people certainly predicted to probably come down to the wire. Not turning out that way. 5 minutes to go in the game. 3rd down and 9 Union. Sorensen back to pass. Being chased down. Still on his feet. Under heavy pressure. And he gets brought down from behind. Colbin Hoppenworth there on the rush. I believe Owen Prusner had a hand in that sack as well. Back to the 47-yard line. It'll be 4th and long now for Union with 4.5 minutes to go. And they'll try to burn as many seconds off this clock as they can in an effort for them to get out of here unscathed. So they bring out the punt unit. AP's going to get another chance on offense. Wobbly kick, fielded by Shirk, but he slipped. Slipped down as he took off to the left. And that could have gained a whole lot more yards, but the Falcons will have to settle from starting at about their own 31. Well, let's see. Yep, they're gonna put Harrison Schultz back out there at QB. Again, Benny Waller went down with an injury here earlier in the second half. Wes Shirk got a couple reps at quarterback, and they threw in Schultz, who was a sophomore. 1st and 10 Falcons from their own 31. Counter play to the left. Prusner on the punch, still on his feet, wrestled down. Just across the 35-yard line.
Tackled by number 10, Caden Sorensen.
Sorensen there on the stop after Prusner picks up 5. Falcons will look to pick up their first district win against Sumner Fredericksburg at Ed Thomas Field next week. That'll be the homecoming game. 3.5 to go in the game. And another run left. And this one will be a few yards short of the line to gain. 3rd and short coming up here for the Falcons. And now a timeout has been called by AP. Mason Prusner carries that one for about 2 yards. So 3:19 to go here in the 4th quarter. Catch the Dale Howard overdrive coming up on 104.9 KLMJ and 99 The Wave later tonight. We'll have a recap of this and several other area games. Well, that was AP's second time out of the second half. Union still has all 3, but this is probably just to regroup as a team. Really no strategic value, I guess, in calling that timeout as far as controlling the clock at this point. Down 3 scores with 3 minutes left, so just an opportunity to make sure everyone's all on the same page. Make sure we win and lose with class here. So 3rd and 3.
I mean, 1 blown assignment and 2 turnovers is the difference in the game.
They line up with 2 receivers left. And now Merrill gets the handoff on a jet sweep in the backfield. He gets busted up. Now, they didn't have the blocking there on the near side. Merrill was looking for that turn into corn, but it never arrived. So that one goes backwards for 2. AP will have 4th and 5, and will keep the offense on the field. If they want, they could run this all the way down to 2:30. Yeah, it looks like they're really not in too much of a hurry to run anything here at this point. Just get out of here with as little damage, further damage done as possible. Now we got whistles here with the play clock down to 1. And looks like AP does burn their final timeout. 2:31 to go in the fourth quarter. Union 25, Aplington-Parkersburg 7. 2:31 to go in the fourth quarter. AP will have a 4th and 5. Just use their final timeout. Falcons have 232 yards of offense to Union's 195. So going for it here on 4th down and 5. Schultz under center. Quick throw to left. He's got Shirk on a screen. He's going to get busted up before he's able to gain yardage. And AP turns it over on downs, and Union is going to have a chance to almost run out the rest of the clock. They're going to have to run a couple plays here before they start taking knees. So AP will move to 1-3 on the year, 0-1 in 1A District 4, with Sumner Fredericksburg coming to Ed Thomas Field next week. Union now has 4 or more wins in a season for the first time since 2018. So, Knights putting together a bit of a historic year, at least when it comes to recent history. Back in the mid-2010s, in that era, they were really strong, making several trips to the Dome, but it's been a while here for Union. Here's a pop pass right. And this one, did the ball come free? Looks like it did. AP thinks they recovered a fumble. Now the question is whether he was down or not. Yep, they're going to give AP the ball. So AP is able to generate a takeaway. I didn't even see who exactly that was that caught the ball. Not that it makes too much of a difference at this point.
Fumble on the play recovered by number
So
12,
AP
West Shirk.
recovers a fumble here with West Shirk. Harrison Schultz back out to run things at QB here for the Falcons. They'll take over at their own 22-yard line with 2:17 to go. Well, Jason, a chance at least to carry some momentum into next week. You know, you force a turnover there on defense.
Yeah.
See if you can convert it into something here on offense.
Yep, get the ball back. You know, try to put together the best drive you can here last couple minutes. Carry something positive into next week.
Long run here. Mason Prusner out across the 35-yard line, gains 15 plus.
By number 0, Mason Priestner brought down by number 4.
Down to 2:10 to go in regulation. Falcons down 25-7 here to Union. Lone score is Benny Waller. Quarterback sneak. Back in the second quarter.
He's like one step away from breaking.
Union will be 4-0, 1-0 in district play, and will host Jessup next week. Counter play left. Prusner brought down after picking up around 4 to the 40-yard line in their own territory.
Priestner brought down by number 4, Gavin Fredrickson.
So just a few snaps left in this game. So I run through some of our numbers here in this one. Good game for Mason Prusner running the ball. 23 carries, 105 yards. He did have a fumble. Again, turnovers have been kind of the name of the game for AP here tonight. Gave Union their scoring opportunities. Schultz hands off right. Prusner shuffles to the left, still on his feet. Lunges down to the 50. The ball came free, but the play was dead.
Run!
So a minute, 8 seconds left, and AP will have a chance to run a few more plays here before this one's done. See if we can get an update on that Sumner-Hudson game. Hudson 28, Sumner Fredericksburg 6, the final score. All right. So the clock's still running here, 1 minute left. Colcorf lines up as the receiver on the left side. Pistol full house formation. Handoff, Creighton Eberhardt. He's got some room to run. Trucks a man, trucks another man, and gets brought down to the 25. Well, a little bit of excitement here at the end of the game. Heck of a run by Creighton Eberhardt. Really physical on the ground. Down to the, let's see, that's the 26-yard line. Down gains just about 30 yards. Down to 38 seconds left. See if AP can come up with a. Schultz takes the pistol snap, handoff right. Prusner looks for the blockers and gets stood up after a short gain. And that could be the last play. AP is sprinting back. They want to run another play here. They have no timeouts left. There's 10 seconds. Down to 5 seconds. Here's the snap to Schultz. Handoff Prusner, runs left, and this will be the final play of the game as he gets down to the 10-yard line, but no further. AP falls 25-7 to Union. Postgame coverage is next. Union 25, Aplington-Parkersburg 7 is the final score. John Mowinkle, Jason Eaton with you here. And Jason, a tough one for the Falcons tonight. You got the turnover stats in front of you. How about you give us a rundown here?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the name of the game with what happened here tonight with AP. They end up with 3 turnovers. They have a couple fumbles and an interception. You combine that with the big plays that Union was able to come up with, and that's really the difference of the game.
Yeah, so Union was able to strike with the big plays early on. Looking back here in the first half, their third snap of the game. Caden Sorensen finds Levi Hadacek for a 76-yard touchdown pass, so off and rolling there right away. Sorensen had another touchdown throw later in the game. Garrett Kahlberg, a 46-yard run. And then just a couple of back-breaking scores by the Knights after AP turned it over, as you mentioned. But the Falcons, who knows when it comes to, what the injury situation is looking like right now. But it could be an opportunity for AP really to see what they're made of here over the next week of practice, because Sumner Fredericksburg is going to be coming to town next week, looking to take advantage of what could be a shorthanded AP team.
Yeah, and Harrison Schultz came in. I mean, he had a couple of completed passes for, I got it at 20 yards, totally unofficial, but still able to come in, able to create production there. So, obviously we wish the best for Waller and hope for his return, but Schultz can pass the ball, and if he can build off that, if he's needed next week, who knows what can happen there.
So 25-7 is the final score. Union defeating Aplington-Parkersburg. Falcons are now 1-3 overall, 0-1 in district play ahead of next week's homecoming matchup against Sumner Fredericksburg. For Jason Eaton, I'm John Mowinkle saying good night from LaPorte City. This has been High School Football on Radio On The Go Sports.